Students, in today's video class, we will understand a very important chapter of English grammar that is very useful for one exercise called dialogue interpretations, that it is purely based on direct and indirect speech. So what is direct and indirect speech? The words spoken by a person can be reported in two ways. One is direct and one is indirect. When we quote the exact words spoken by the speaker, by the person, we call it direct speech. Like Mohan said to Sohan, quote, I am going to school, unquote. So when exact words spoken by the speaker called Mohan are put within inverted commas, we call it direct. But when we give the sum and substance of whatever was reported by or said by Sohan, we call it indirect speech. Like you see the example, I want to buy a blue dress. So this is the literal sentence spoken by Rani. And then the narrator reported it in his own words, said Rani said that she wanted to buy a blue dress. So this is very good example of indirect speech. So let us compare the two ways of speaking. Look at the table given below. The exact words of the speaker are reported. We call it direct speech. And in indirect speech, the speaker's words are reported in someone other's own words or own kind of way of speaking. But the meaning is same. And in the direct speech, the words of the speaker are enclosed within a inverted comma. But in indirect speech, the exact words of the speaker are not reproduced. So the inverted commas are removed. In direct speech, the introductory verb is said. And in indirect speech, the introductory word is usually said or told or narrated or answered or questioned likewise. In direct speech, a comma separates the introductory part and the exact word of the speaker, or we call it is separated by comma. The principal clause and the subordinate clause is separated by a comma. But in indirect speech, the subordinate clause that is added with a conjunction, it is that, sometime it is if, sometime it is whether, sometime it is that, what, when, where, such kind of relative conjunctions. The speaker uses the first person pronoun to speak for himself or herself. But in indirect speech, the first person pronoun is changed to the third person pronoun. The verbs, you see the certain changes as well. In direct speech, the verbs are usually in the present tenses form: is, am, are, has, have, can, shall, will, must. But in indirect speech, you see that the verbs are usually changed to the corresponding past tense forms. Was, were, has, have is changed into had. All English models are in the past form, that is could, would, might, had to, this way. Let's find some more rules of pronoun changing the word showing nearness into distance. Okay. The different rules are applied when we convert statements, questions, commands all into indirect speech. So there are general rules. Basically we make three changes, three forms. First change we make, that is the change of tenses. Second is the change of pronouns, adjectives, and the third is change of the words expressing nearness or time or place into distance. So when the reporting verb is in the present or future tense, reporting verb means the first clause part. Like I said, Ram said. So this Ram said is reporting speech and its verb is reporting verb. So when reporting verb is in the present or in future tense, the tense of the verb in reported speech remains unchanged whenever it is in present or future. But when the reporting verb is in the past tense, like he said, he answered, he questioned, in that cases, the second clause, that is subordinate clause, its tense and the verb will be changed as per the given rule. So when the reporting verb is in past, in that case only you will see such kind of change, and the change is given as pointwise. Simple present tense becomes simple past. Present continuous will be changed into past continuous. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Simple past becomes past perfect. And past continuous changes into perfect continuous. Past perfect does not change. There will no change remain. Past perfect continuous does not change again. And all the English models or in the future tense, we change them into past forms. Shall, will, can, will change into should, would, could. So this is a basic change we do. But the condition is the principal clause verb should be in past. Like you can see the sentences. I am tired, said grandfather. So answer will be the grandfather told, comma, inverted comma will be removed. The grandfather told that he was tired. So grandfather asked himself I, will call him he. He was, and present indefinite, that is am, will change into was tired, and verb form again will be changed. Please lend me your watch for some time, Jaya said to Deepa. So whenever we have said to, we change it into told. Or here someone something is demanded, we can put it as requested or asked or told. So such kind of changes we make. Now the second is words expressing nearness in time or place are generally changed into the words expressing distance in terms of time and place. Like now changes into then, her changes into there, here changes into there, thus it changes into so, ago, before, last night, the night before, yesterday, the day before, tomorrow, the next day. So these are the changes we make when we translate a sentence, when we change a sentence into indirect speech. Like you see one example, she said I was here yesterday. She said that she was there, so here it changed into there, the day before. Yesterday changed to day before, and here it changed into there, and I changed into she. That is the change of pronouns. So how do we change the pronouns? There is a rule. When there is the first person pronoun in a direct speech, I, me, my, we, us, our. In the reported speech, we change it according to the subject of reporting verb. If the subject of reporting verb is first person, we'll change it into first. If the subject of reporting verb is into second person, we'll change into second, or if it is third, we change into third person. Second is the pronoun of the second person, you, your, and yourself. In the reported speech, we change it according to the object of reporting verb. Please keep in mind object of reporting verb. And the pronouns of the third person do not change. Like if there is a sentence, he said to me, do you like the book? So he asked me if I, you will be changed into I, if I like the book. So this way we make change. There are certain more rules too. In reporting questions, the indirect speech is introduced by some verbs such as asked and inquired, etc. When the question is not introduced by an interrogative word, the reporting verb is followed by if or whether. Means when the question is yes no type, we do not apply any interrogative word like when, what, when, how, but we apply conjunction if or whether in place of that. For example, where do you live? Asked the boy. The boy inquired. So that asked or said will be changed into inquired, where I lived. And the spirit of interrogation will be removed, so there will be no question mark. Let's see one more example. She said to me, where are you going? So indirect will be she inquired or she asked me where. So the conjunction is where now, because we have already a conjunction or relative clause with us, relative pronoun. So there is no need of using if, whether or that. So where I was going, and we have made it into a statement now. So there will be no question mark because we placed the subject before the helping verb. So this is a simple statement. So how to change yes no type interrogative question? So there are examples given. Please see B third. B third question. Are you sure we will leave next week? I asked Jatin. So answer will be I asked Jatin or I inquired Jatin if he was sure we would leave next week or the following week. So these are the changes we do. If or whether we can apply, and are will be changed into he was, and will be changed into would, and there will be no question mark. I asked him, fourth one, please see the fourth one. I asked him, will you come for dinner? So answer will be I inquired him or I asked him if or whether. If he would come for dinner, and the question mark will be removed because we have after if we put a subject. If he would, so it is a positive sentence now, no interrogative, so there will be no question mark. Now how to change commands and requests sort of sentences? There are the rules. You see, we use reporting verbs like tell, warn, requested, advised in place of said or he said to. So we put it like advised him, he warned him, he instructed him, likewise in reporting verb. So one change we do like this, and the second change we use infinitive to before the verb. Like you see one example, the teacher said to the students, you must apologize to them right now. The teacher ordered or the teacher instructed the students to apologize, or we can use gerund for apologizing or to apologize to them right then. So we add infinitive before the verb and change it likewise. And please keep in mind, we do not add that, if, whether in that case when the question sentences are of commands and request type. Now let's have a check on exclamations and wishes. How to change the sentences expressing exclamations and wishes. When we report exclamatory sentences, we change them to the statements again. Simple statements. We use these reporting verbs like suppose it is he said, Rina said. So we change it into exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, he blamed, praised, cried, applauded, regretted, such way. We'll see in examples. And we use the conjunction that to introduce the reported sentence. Means to introduce the second clause, we also add here that like we were doing in positive sentences. And then with exclaimed, we usually add expressions for feeling, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with fear, exclaimed with surprise, like that. And we change the verb to an appropriate past tense form because the principal clause is in past. So we also change the tense of the second clause called reported speech or subordinate clause. Reena said, "What a lovely place." Answer will be, Reena exclaimed with joy or exclaimed with pleasure that it was a lovely place. So we have changed the tense. It was a lovely place. And we have also added that. But we change the sense of the verb given in reporting speech. Tense is not changed, but the sense is changed. Exclaimed with pleasure. Because Reena said, the said is actually a sense of expressing pleasure. They said, "Bravo, you have done well." So it means someone appreciated someone or applauded someone. So answer in place of said, we will write it. Its sense, and the sense is of applauding. They applauded him, saying that he had done well. So have is changed into had. Again, we are following all previous rules too. So this way we can practice direct and indirect speech, and we can change them as per our own wish. So you all are requested to practice more examples. Here in the exercise in D, there are certain sentences given and we have to change them into direct speech. Please see the sense. He exclaimed that, requested. So see the sense and change the verb likewise, and apply all rules we gone through in this video. So practice more rules, practice more sentences likewise, and just get mastery over this chapter called direct and indirect speech. Thank you for joining. Thank you.